Take your wallet in your hands for just a moment. If you don't have it on you, just imagine it. Feel its weight, its texture, its shape. What is this object really? Is it just a container for paper and plastic? A hollow shell that you spend your life trying to fill, only to see it empty again? Or is it something more? Is it perhaps an antenna? A physical receiver that is vibrating in perfect, exact resonance with your deepest, most fundamental sense of identity?
What if I told you that its ability to attract or repel money has nothing to do with the economy, your boss, or the 9-to-5 grind you've been taught to accept? What if I told you that your entire financial reality, whether you are drowning in debt or living in freedom, is being dictated by two simple words? Two words that you pronounce silently inside your own mind hundreds of times every single day. Most people go their entire lives without ever realizing they are doing it.
There is a phrase, a source code for your reality that acts as the primary command for your subconscious mind. This isn't some complex hour-long prayer or a difficult positive affirmation you have to force yourself to believe. It is quite simply the two most powerful words in the universe. According to the most ancient scriptures, these are the very words that God used to define himself. These words are the beginning and the end of creation itself. The great mystic Neville Goddard, with his unmatched ability to decipher sacred texts as a psychological map of the human mind, revealed the ultimate secret. He taught that this phrase is not some external name to be worshipped on a Sunday. It is a tool to be used. It is the very power of God trapped inside your own consciousness, waiting for you to give it a command. It is a tool so powerful, so immediate, that it can transform an empty wallet into an unstoppable magnet for wealth. That phrase is, of course, I am. But do not make the critical mistake of brushing this off as something you already know. Do not confuse this with the shallow, positive thinking that has failed you so many times before. We are not talking about repeating words. We are talking about activating the power that creates worlds. Neville warned us that I am is not just a casual statement. It is a profound declaration of existence. It is the very moment that consciousness becomes aware of itself. And here is the secret that will change your life forever. Whatever you attach to that declaration, whatever you claim after you say I am, becomes your law. It becomes your reality. When you say I am, you are not describing what you are. You are decreeing what you must be. You are issuing a direct, non-negotiable order to the one and only creative power in the universe, your own wonderful human imagination. And that power has no choice but to obey you. For most of us, we wield this divine power blindly. We use it unconsciously every single day to create the very lives we claim we do not want.
We have been conditioned by a broken system to identify with our limitations. We have been taught that our value is tied to our job, our bank account, and our productivity. We look at the evidence of the 3D world, the bills, the debt, the job we hate, and we let it define us. How many times a day, perhaps even as a joke, do you pronounce a sentence against yourself? I am so broke. I am stuck in this dead-end job. I am always struggling. I am drowning in student debt. I am just not lucky with money. Every time you do this, Neville taught, you are taking the name of God in vain. You are using the creative power of the universe to command poverty, struggle, and limitation into existence. You are programming your antenna, your wallet, your bank account, your entire reality to repel wealth. Because wealth is not in line with the identity you have just declared. Your wallet, therefore, is never empty by chance. It is not empty because of your past, your education, or the government. It is empty because you, as the sole creative power in your universe, have unconsciously commanded, I am a person who lacks money. The outer world, like a perfect, flawless mirror, does nothing but obey. It simply reflects this deep, core conviction you hold about who you are. This is the great illusion that keeps you trapped in the rat race, trading your precious time for a paycheck that is never enough. You have been trying to change the reflection in the mirror by working harder, by hustling, by fighting the external world. But the mirror cannot change itself. You must change what it is reflecting. Money is not attracted to those who want it. It is not attracted to those who need it, or even those who work hard for it. If hard work alone made people rich, the most laborious people in the world would be billionaires, but they are not. Money, which is nothing more than a form of energy, is drawn to those who are its frequency. It is drawn to a consciousness of abundance. It flows effortlessly to the person who has become wealth long before the bank account reflects it. The only way to generar a consciousness de abundancia, the only way to break the spell de lack you've been living under, is to begin declaran con deep conviction and feeling, I am abundancia. I am wealthy. I am free. This is the secret that changes everything. You do not need to change the world. You do not need to fight the system. You only need to change your definition of yourself. You must stop identifying with the struggle. This is the ritual that Neville Goddard taught. It is not about repeating empty words like a parrot. That is useless. It is about using the I am declaration to deliberately, consciously enter a new state of consciousness. It is about putting on a new identity like a perfectly tailored suit. You wear this new identity in your imagination. You walk around in it. You sleep in it until it becomes your second skin, your one and only reality. Imagine for a moment that you are an actor on a grand stage. Until today, you have been playing the part of the person who struggles financially, the person stuck in the 9-to-5 grind, the person who just can't get ahead. And you have played this part so well, with so much conviction and emotion, that you have completely forgotten you are only acting. You have mistaken the role for your true self. You have become one with the mask. Neville's teaching is a call to awaken from this trance. He asks you to make a conscious choice. Change the role. He is offering you a new script, a new part to play. It is the part of the person who is prosperous, the person who is secure, the person who is a magnetic, unstoppable force for financial freedom. And the main line in this new script, the only line that truly matters, is I am wealthy. I am prosperous. I am the source of my own abundance. But, and this is the crucial point that separates this teaching from everything else you have ever tried, it is not enough to just say the line. You must feel it. You must become it. You must fully embody the role. How would you feel right now, in this very instant, if you were already the financially free and secure person you desire to be? What would your posture be like? What would your state of mind be? Would you be anxious about bills, or would you feel a sense of calm, powerful relief? That feeling, that specific sensation of relief, of peace, of quiet power, of it is done, that is the true language the subconscious mind understands. The words I am are simply the key that unlocks the door to that state of feeling. The feeling is the secret. It is the prayer that is always answered. It is the force that collapses potential into physical 3D reality. Therefore, the exercise is not to convince your rational mind. Your rational mind is a product of your old conditioning. It will scream at you. It will call you a liar. It will hold up your bank statement and your credit card debt as proof that you are failing. Your job is to ignore that gatekeeper. Your job is to ignore the shadows on the wall of the cave and use the phrase, I am, to immerse yourself completely in the feeling of the wish already fulfilled. You must, as Neville said, feel the reality of what you want to be until that feeling becomes your dominant nature, your habitual state. Most people try this for 5 minutes and then spend the next 23 hours and 55 minutes worrying, complaining, and identifying with their lack. That is why they fail. They are giving the subconscious mind contradictory orders. To illustrate the almost terrifying power of this internal transformation, let me tell you the story of a man named Luke. Luke was a sales representative who found himself on the brink of total financial collapse. He wasn't just broke, he was his lack. His entire identity had become fused with his problem.
When he spoke, he didn't say, "I have a money problem." He said, "I am a failure." He was, without even realizing it, using the name of God to crucify himself every single day. Luke's story is living proof of how a simple change in this internal declaration can bend 3D reality to your will. Crushed by debt and the shame of feeling like he had failed his family, he was on the verge of losing everything: his house, the trust of his wife, and even his own hope. His days were a constant, running inner monologue of self-criticism and negative declarations, all centered on his identity. I am a failure. He had accepted the narrative that he was just another victim of the system. When he first encountered Neville's teachings, he dismissed them as absurd. He was too practical, too desperate, too entrenched in the real world to believe that two simple words could change his physical reality. But, as it is for so many of us, complete and total desperation became his greatest gift. It pushed him to try the impossible. What did he have left to lose? He had tried hustling harder, and it only dug him deeper into a hole. Neville said, "There is nothing external to you. Everything you see is a reflection of what you are." Luke began to understand that his empty wallet and disastrous finances were not an accident. They were a perfect manifestation of his "I am a failure" state. His first task was to stop pronouncing that sentence, even in silence. This was incredibly difficult. Every time a call from a creditor came in, or every time he had to use a credit card for groceries, the old habit flared up. But he forced himself to stop, to catch the thought, and to cancel that declaration. He vowed to never again pronounce that kind of judgment on himself. Then came the harder part, starting to declare the opposite. Neville taught that it is not enough to stop planting weeds. You must begin planting good grain. Luke had to start declaring, "I am prosperous, I am wealthy, I am financially free." At first, these words felt like a blatant, ridiculous lie. His rational mind, his inner critic, screamed at him, "You're a liar! Look at your bank account! You're pathetic!" But his task, as we've learned, was not to convince his rational mind. It was to convince his feeling. Neville insisted that the power is never in the mechanical repetition. It is always in the feeling. Luke had to feel what it would be like to be prosperous. This was the key. He had to generate the emotion of freedom. So, he closed his eyes. He didn't try to visualize stacks of cash or giant numbers in his bank account. That felt too fake. Instead, he visualized the feeling he would have if those numbers were real. He imagined sitting at his desk, but without the familiar, sickening tightness in his stomach. He imagined the feeling of lightness, of safety, of the profound gratitude of knowing he always had more than enough. He imagined looking at his wife with confidence, not with fear. The first few times he tried this, he felt a massive internal resistance. A part of him rebelled against this fake feeling. But he persisted. He became stubborn. Every single night, as he was lying in bed, he would enter this state. He would immerse himself in the feeling of being a financially secure, successful, and respected man. And, as Neville taught, sleep is the gateway to the subconscious. He let that feeling of relief and freedom be the last thing he experienced before he drifted off. His last waking declaration before entering the realm of dreams was, "I am secure. I am prosperous. It is done." The change was not immediate, nor was it a dramatic lottery win. At first, it was a purely internal transformation. The vice grip of anxiety that had plagued him for years began to loosen. He simply felt calmer. He felt more confident. And then, the outer world, which is nothing but a mirror of our inner world, began to conform. An old client, one he had completely written off as a lost cause, suddenly called him back. Not just with a small order, but with a major new contract and the promise of new referrals. Then, an unexpected sum of money arrived from an investment his parents had made for him years ago, something he had totally forgotten about. It wasn't a flood of cash, but a steady, undeniable stream. Doors that had been sealed shut for years suddenly began to open. Luke wasn't hustling anymore. He was attracting. His sales calls changed. His posture became more confident, his voice firmer. He was no longer the desperate salesman. He was the successful, prosperous advisor. And clients could feel it. They were drawn to his new energy. Within a few months, he had not only paid off his most pressing debts, but had started building a consistent savings account for the first time in his life. His identity had changed. His identity was no longer, "I am a failure." It was, "I am abundance." And his wallet, once an object of anxiety and a symbol of his lack, had become a faithful, physical reflection of this new, powerful declaration. It was no longer just a container. It was a living testament to the power of his I am. Luke's story is not an isolated case. It is a blueprint. It is the definitive proof that money is not some independent entity you must chase and conquer. It is a servant that obeys the commands of your consciousness. And your consciousness does not understand wants or needs. It only understands states of being. It only understands your I am. If your wallet is empty, it is because, at a deep subconscious level, you are still declaring, "I am a person who lacks money." And the world, being a perfect mirror, cannot do anything else but reflect that truth back to you. The crucial question then is not how much money do you want, but who are you in relation to money? Are you I am in debt? Are you I am struggling? Or are you I am the inexhaustible source? Neville urges us to make this conscious choice every single day, every hour, every minute.
Every time your rational mind presents you with evidence of lack, every time an emotion of anxiety or fear tries to grip you, that is your moment of power. That is your opportunity to exercise your divine sovereignty. That is your chance to say, no. The 3D world is a shadow. My imagination is God. And I declare, I am prosperity. I am the flow. I am wealth made manifest. This is not just a word game. This not woo-woo positive thinking. This is the very language of creation. It is how your subconscious mind, which has no ability to discern and accepts every command is true, receives its instructions. When you declare, I am something, you are assuming that role. You are telling the universe, this is who I exist to be. This is my identity, my nature. And once your inner identity is aligned with abundance, the outer world has no choice but to bring you the experiences, the opportunities, the ideas, and the money that reflect this new truth. But how do you maintain this assumption when 3D reality seems to contradict you? Neville was clear. Persistence is the key. Every time you find yourself looking at your bank account with fear or feeling that old tightness in your chest, that moment is your opportunity to reaffirm your I am. Think of it as a muscle that must be trained. At first, the old mental habit, the habit of worry, will be strong. It will feel like a battle. But every time you consciously choose to return to your declaration, I am abundance, and immerse yourself in the feeling that comes with it, you are reinforcing a new neural pathway. You are building a new you. As we explore this transformative power, the I am together, I can't you to feel the resonance of this truth inside you. If you feel a chill of recognition, a deep yes in your soul, as if an ancient part of you is waking up and remembering its own divine power, then this message is for you. I invite you to honor this connection. Show your alignment with this frequency by liking this video. It's a small gesture, but it is a powerful declaration to your own subconscious. Yes, I accept this power. And if you wish to continue this journey of discovery, to explore the other secrets of how Neville Goddard unveiled the science of manifestation and the art of living a prosperous life, then subscribe to Feeling is the Secret. This is more than a channel. It is a workshop for co-creators. Activate the notification bell because this is only the beginning. Each new video will be a lesson, a guide, a reminder of your own inexhaustible power. This is our way of building a community of conscious creators ready to reclaim their divinity. Together, we can amplify this vibration and manifest wonders. Now, I want to give you a practical, immediate exercise you can do right now. One you can integrate into your daily routine. Pick up your wallet. Yes, right now. Pay attention to its texture, its smell, its weight. Close your eyes for just an instant. And now, silently, but with all the conviction of your being, pronounce the phrase,
I am always abundant. Don't just say it, feel it. Feel the lightness, the gratitude, the absolute security that comes from this new identity. Do this every single time you touch your wallet. Transforms a wallet from a simple object into a powerful anchor point for your new declaration of I am abundance. This is not a trick. This is the law. It is your power. It is the essence of your own divinity in action. Your I am declaration is the command that shapes the formless fog of the universe into the tangible, hard cash reality of your life. Luke, the man from our story, transformed his destiny from failure to success simply by changing his I am declaration. You can do the same. Remember, you are not what you have. You are what you declare yourself to be. Your only limitation is your own imagination, your own refusal to assume a new and greater identity. Choose today, right now, to abandon the old, worn-out declarations of lack and to embrace your true divine nature. Choose to be the I am. Choose to be the magnet for all wealth and every blessing. This is the true freedom that Neville Goddard taught us.